Good morning, everyone. This is Anne Marie. Today's Tuesday, December the 18th, and this is the SPY update. What happened yesterday, we jumped right up above the monthly VWAP and just kept running. A good day, higher lows, higher highs, some institutional volume noted someplace to the upside. Looks like what we'll do is run into our very familiar Santa Claus rally, perhaps. Um, Hard to say. What we are sitting in right now, as I look at the pre-market, is quite the squeeze. We have a very, very tight price action, comparatively tight price action, since a pop up from about 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Time. I can never remember Standard and Daylight. I'm guessing this is Standard. So anyway, with a baseline of support now sitting at about 1430 and a quarter in the ES, and in SPY, looks like that baseline support event is around 144.30. All right, which puts us above the 70.07, but below this region here, and certainly below this wick right here. We've had a little bit of gappy action, and there's still a gap holding there. Ideally, of course, is if we filled the gap from the close of the prior day and continued to the upside. Gaps in a chart make it somewhat unstable, and so by and large, and so we really do need to be cautious of that. So what's the trade? Well, very likely the trade seems more upside momentum. Very, very likely, especially with a little bit of volume action going on. But the one thing to remember is that if we have real upside momentum, we will not only stay here, but hold here. It's very good that we've breached above this 144.18 level in the pre-market. The problem is, as of now, well, no, actually we're still sitting above it. Now we're sitting here. We're actually sitting, yeah, we're sitting above that right now. And so that in itself is good for upside momentum. We want to see candlestick closes above these wicks right here. And if we do, continuation becomes extremely apparent. All right. If we are looking at the potential of this being some kind of Gartley, we have 145.24 as the target. My guess is, though, it's probably going to be closer to this level that we end up reaching. All right. Now, that being said, we know we've got upside momentum. We're seeing things move to the upside. Pay attention to the formations of the chart. Let's go back. Let's go right down into the 30. Well, that loses all my fibs. Let's pull those into gear. Sorry about that. Waiting. Okay, there we are. So if we take a look at this, all we need to see is rotational motion that gives us, we don't like seeing things go up in a straight line. That's not really what we want to see. Yeah, that's easy to trade, but it also makes big collapses like these very, very common. And so what we want is a nice press up and a little pull back, and a nice press up and a little pull back, and a nice press up and a little pull back until we get up into these levels, breach this area. Everything looks really, really good from this perspective. If I take a look, it looks to me like I've got some kind of fib action here I need to pay attention to. So let's do that. All right, we're going to pop this fib in. I'm not going to leave it because it's going to be messy. 70.07. And now we are up at 144.58 was our top end, so we did top this region. You know what? Actually, I will leave this until tomorrow and see how it fared out, right? See if we dropped and held the test of this VWAP, or if we continue to the upside. Remember, for me, it's always going to be, did I break a level of import? And if I break an important level, it means I'm going down into the next level below it. So I can quickly adapt. Okay, I don't need to be in this direction, I need to be in the other direction. And many of us spend a lot of time contemplating what it is that we need to do instead of strategizing beforehand. And that's really one of the big problems for us as traders. We don't strategize enough beforehand. We value winging it, flying by the seat of our pants. It's some kind of badge of honor. Regrettably, doesn't really work for most of us in critical spaces, right? The Blue Angels and Thunderbirds don't actually fly by the seat of their pants. Everything's extremely controlled and structured. And trading is a very precise event, and it needs to be structured. All right? So, that being said, good luck today. We'll see what happens. Things do look like they're moving to the upside. Again, institutional buying floating around there, and a couple of very, very big solid moves that should continue today. So, good luck. Please remember, if you choose the long and it begins to collapse and you lose levels like this, you are not in the right direction in the short run. All right? So if you're trading on the day and it loses an important level, get out. It's okay to get back in.